Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a great day. I wanted to jump on and share a bit more of a personal story in today's video because as I was going through the motions this morning, I couldn't get over how much it reminded me of certain situations with business. And so I wanted to bring forth this message to you today. As some of you might have seen on Instagram, and even Facebook, I was at Mo Mondays Guelph last night, which is a public speaking event, and I was sharing a revised version of my story. And it was obviously a bit of a trek from Barrie, which is where I live, and I got home later last night, and one thing I love about being a business owner is the fact that I get to create my schedule, and for the most part, and I have a few long days ahead with different commitments, and I knew today was going to be another long day, so I was valuing that and making sure that I get my 8 hours of sleep because it's very important to me. So I had one thing that was happening this morning that was going to change things up for my routine a little bit. A few days prior, they had posted in my condo building, I live in a condo building downtown Barrie, and they posted that the water would be shut off for 24 hours. Sorry, correction, not 24 hours, 12 hours from early morning until later in late afternoon. So I knew I had the late night, and I obviously had to take care of my hygiene before I went out to my meetings to be clean and ready for the day. So I set my alarm for a time frame that would allow me to have a nice long shower, get ready for the day, do my thing before the water was shut off this morning. So as I mentioned, got home late last night, set the alarm, wake up today, and it was just not happening. I really valued my sleep. I knew I had a long day today and night, so I wanted to make sure that I got my rest. So what I realized I could do is I could set my alarm. So I set it for a little bit later. I set it for just about 10 minutes before the water would shut off. And then I woke up 10 minutes before to my alarm, and I went in the kitchen and I got a few pots. Yes, pots that I would normally cook in, and I filled 3 pots of water. And I went back to sleep to enjoy another half an hour or so and of rest. And so when I woke up, it was time to get ready, and I used these pots of water for, alternative methods to bathe and get clean, and I used another pot to brush my teeth and one to wash my face, and I was all set up, washing my hands, the whole 9 yards. And I really had to get creative because today I didn't have any other option, and I knew I needed to be ready and presentable for the meetings and other commitments that I had for today. And it was hilarious walking around my condo, seeing pots straggled all over the apartment, the different sinks within it. And while I'm laughing and thinking I'm a friggin' goofball, sometimes you have to get creative and you have to do things out of the norm, out of the ordinary. And I couldn't believe how much I take simple things like running water, clean water for granted, and how it becomes so second nature. But it was really neat to see how today I was able to get creative and do things a little bit differently, like a plan B, to still make things work. So it made me think about in business, sometimes in corporate, whatever field you're in, sometimes things are out of our control, and what can we do to adapt to them? How can we get creative? How can we develop a new system for a period of time to be able to allow us to do things a bit differently and still be able to get through and carry out what we need to do in a day? Because as we hopefully all know, I definitely have learned this many times, we can't control everything, and sometimes our plan A or our daily routines aren't able to run the way we'd like them to. And that doesn't mean that everything has to shut down. We can come up with alternative ways to do things. So I encourage you to think about an area in your life, in business right now maybe, that isn't going the way that it normally would, and how can you get creative to change things up? And maybe that change in doing things differently will shed some kind of light or awareness or aha moment for you to do things differently and actually bring more value into your life and more benefit and learnings. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great day.